check, 1, 2.
Welcome back to Jolly's Rants. I'm Jolly the Patriotic Puppet, and this is your rant. And welcome back, folks. We got some more freaks, geeks, weirdos, and punks that we're going to cover, and we're going to have a few laughs while we're at it. Oh, man, I love these meltdowns. It is so much fun. Oh, boy. Hey, before we get started, hit that like button and show me you're a real patriot by hitting the subscribe, because we're trying to make Muppets great again. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the first one. Okay, here we go. Got ourselves a coping mechanism ready to play. Oh, this ought to be good. Let's see what she's got to say.
However, in an effort to be sustainable, reduce, reuse, recycle, per se, I'm thinking that we take all men to Alcatraz Island, and they are not allowed to leave until they take a lesson on how to revert their internalized misogyny, and only until they've passed a test that we women decide, are they allowed to leave Alcatraz Island. Let me know what you think. I think it could be great.
Okay, well, that was interesting. So what you're trying to tell me is all the men need to be rounded up and put in a concentration camp on Alcatraz and basically tortured and misused and abused and until they see your way of thinking, and make sure to bow down to your feminazi ways. Is this what I'm gathering here? Wrong, bitch. No, we are not. In fact, I am so sick and tired of these feminists thinking that they got some kind of pedestal to stand on, when most of them don't know their head from their asshole. It's always the man's fault, huh? Yeah, right, whatever. You just mad because you can't get no man. Let's head on to the next one. Tuck and roll, bitch! Ho, 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 here we go. We got Grandma line 1 with the grandma glasses on fleek. Oh, wow. This ought to be good. All right, Grandma, go ahead and spew the rhetoric, because I'm sure it's going to be absolutely endearing. Here we go.
Fuck around and find out, chapter 1.
Oh, part 1.
Day after the election, I walked my grandkids to school, and they open the gate and the kids go in and we can walk them up to their lines. Well, this day, the normal coach and teacher, who I know are blue voters, they were not there.
Oh.
Who was there, though, was another teacher who had an American flag and a red hat that right across it in big white letters said MAGA.
Oh, no. No, not the MAGA.
My grandkids ain't gonna look at that.
Oh, my God.
I looked at him as I walked in and I said, excuse me, that's not allowed. You shouldn't be wearing that at a school. Elementary school.
Okay.
He said, what the fuck are you gonna do about it?
Hell yeah.
Oh, what the fuck I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and call the principal.
Oh.
So I went and reported him.
I'm sure
the
you did.
principal said there was so many parents that were reporting him that day. So
nice work, Karen.
He's reported. They tell him to leave or take the hat off. He left. He wouldn't even take the hat off. He left. He was spewing MAGA shit the whole way through the school. And
MAGA shit.
He no longer works there. Fuck around and find out, you're going to get fired. You ain't going to spew your bullshit, especially around my grandkids.
Oh, my.
Let's see for chapter 2. Who's next?
I am a nasty woman.
Wow. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. Karen's just out here making sure everybody goes to jail. Well, you sure showed him, Karen Grandma. Wow. What a hateful bitch. Let me see here. So, just because a man was wearing a MAGA hat, you decided to go report him. Because, oh my goodness, my grandkids can't see a hat like that. Oh, perish the thought that your grandkids would think, make America great again. I mean, what a terrible idea, right? They literally are so triggered by the dumbest things. Hey, Grandma, I got a quarter for you, okay? Take that quarter, go on downtown, right? Head to a back alley and find yourself a rat that could chew that mole off your face, because it's very distracting. I can't believe these people. They are so horrible. I just don't understand it. They freak out over a hat, which makes me want to go and buy everybody a MAGA hat so we could just trigger them to the point of where their heads explode. I love to see grandmas pull a scanners. Tuck and roll, bitch. Holy hell, what is that? is it like a requirement that if you're going to be a liberal with obvious mental illness, that you have to be extremely homely? Is that kind of like, do you fill out an application or something for that? Ugly as fuck, check. Grandma glasses, check. Dresses like a woman, check. Looks like a man, check. All right, now I can be part of the DNC. Oh boy. Well, let's see what this thing has to say. Oh god.
Only 21% of the voting population in this country actually voted for Donald Trump. There's
Wow.
not some major silent Trump majority in this country. He was a deeply unpopular president during his first term. He
Sure
is
about
still
that?
deeply unpopular. His approval rating has never even reached 50%. Something Biden's approval rating and arguably Harris's approval rating have exceeded
Wrong.
quite easily, I think,
Nope.
if I remember right.
You
The
remember
actual
wrong.
numbers suggest there's not some sort of silent Trump majority because so
again.
many people didn't vote. A fifth of this country's populace got to decide who runs the country for the rest of us.
Good.
Put the fucking lotion in the basket!
Let me enlighten you there a little bit, sir, ma'am, thing. Okay. So, the whole silent majority are independent voters. Like myself. Even though I'm a conservative right down to the cotton, I made sure to put myself down as independent because I like to be that X factor. Because I knew all along I was going to go vote for Trump again. But, you know, at the same time, I wanted to keep them guessing, right? Because when you go into the voting polls and you hit that Trump button, or you fill in a little circle there, then you get tallied up. Even though you're an independent, your vote swung to the right. And that's what happened here, folks. This thing doesn't seem to understand that, okay? And as far as the approval rating for Kamala, no, she was never in the positive. In fact, I think most of the time she was pretty well down in the negatives. In fact, the only thing that did say positive for her was the fake bullshit polls that got pushed out right as she got announced, which we all knew was fake news, and it showed because, well, Trump ran all through the swing states and basically made you and your stupid dipshit friends look like idiots. And here you are on your TikTok flip-flop talking shit like you got some kind of prowess. You don't. You lost. I don't care if it was 2% of the country. It doesn't matter. Trump is your president. Accept it. Please get a haircut, because business in the front, well, it looks like the business left. And party in the back hasn't been cool or popular since, I don't know, 1970? Let's move on to the next one. Tuck and roll thing. All right, next one on the chopping block is another grandma. What is with these old white women that just have so much hatred in their heart? I'm starting to notice a pattern here, folks. And I'm not trying to put them in any kind of racial category here, but it's just obvious, right? Anyway, I'm sure this old bag's got something stupid to say. Let's hear it out.
I've seen some videos on here of Trump supporters openly mocking our very real grief.
Oh, no.
That lack of empathy, that of course was also shown at the polls, is the exact reason why I don't want any of you in my life.
Oh, no.
I've seen some videos.
Stop it. Get some help.
Is Grandma gonna be okay?
Aww.
I can't believe it. How dare these Republicans and conservatives, how dare they have the audacity to sit here and mock you and make fun of you? I mean, just imagine if somebody like got a patriotic puppet and started making videos about you and talking shit and laughing at your utter degeneracy. Oh, wouldn't that just be horrible? Wait a minute. Did I just break the fourth wall? We don't care. You didn't give a shit when you were calling us ists and phobes and igots and all that crap for the last 8 years or whatever. Yeah. It was all good back then, right? But now that we picked up the big W and put Trump back in the White House, oh, now we need to cool it. Now we need to consider your fee-fees. It's finally time to hang it up, Grandma, and let it go. Go ahead and go back into your garden or back into your house. Do what grandmas do. Cook, bake some cookies for the grandkids and suck it the fuck up. Because things are going to get better in this country. There's going to be more money in people's pockets. There's going to be less inflation. Hell, I might even be able to buy a steak again. Okay? Too bad. So sad. Go ahead and tuck and roll, bitch. Next one. Okay, well, it's a couple of youngsters. Obviously at a DNC convention. Probably getting indoctrinated with rhetoric and bullshit. I can only imagine what they have to say. I'm sure it's something very intelligent and worldly, and we all need to listen because I'm sure it's great.
Much more happens at the DNC than what people see. Oh, and I just can't believe this happened to me at the DNC. Oh, I got dick down at the DNC. Oh, dick down at the DNC. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for having us. Thank you, guys. It's been a real pleasure.
What the fuck? Is that what happens at DNC conventions? People get dick down? Really? Is there like a complimentary dick that gets slapped in your mouth when you come in the door? I mean, how does that work? I don't know. I've never been to a Democrat convention, and I don't ever plan on going to one. All right? Just because I'm blue doesn't mean I vote that way. Holy shit. This is disgusting. You guys are sick. Dick down at the DNC. Well, I'll tell you what. You got dick down at the polls because we kicked your ass and made America great again by putting Trump back in office. So you could take a dick to that. Tuck and roll, you fucking weirdos. Oh my God. All right, folks. Last but not least, we're going to check in with our old pal AOC, who continues to win her seat in the Congress. She's only one congresswoman out of like 250 of them, right? But for some reason, the cameras are always on her. She's always got something to say, and it's always going viral. I don't understand why idiocracy is continuing to be spewed and regurgitated by stupid people like AOC, but that's just the country we live in at the moment. Thank God we're about to fix that. So, she's about to comment on Bathroom Gate. And if you watched my last video, as you know, there's a bill that's being passed right now, or trying to get passed in the House, about not letting men use women's bathrooms, no matter what they fucking identify as. Well, pukey ass AOC dipshit here has something to say about it. I'm sure it's great.
What Nancy Mace and what Speaker Johnson are doing are endangering all women and girls. Because if you ask them,
how's that?
What is your plan on how to enforce this? They won't come up with an answer. And what it inevitably results in are women and girls who are primed for assault because because people are going to want to check their private parts, suspecting who is trans and who is cis and who's doing what. And so the idea that Nancy Mace wants little girls and women to drop trow in front of who? An investigator? Who would that be? In order, because she wants to suspect and point fingers at who she thinks is trans? It's disgusting. It is disgusting.
You're disgusting.
And frankly, all it does is allow these Republicans to go around and bully any woman who isn't wearing a skirt because they think she might not look woman enough. People have a right to express themselves, to dress how they want, and to be who they are. And if a woman doesn't look woman enough to a Republican, they want to be able to inspect her genitals to use the bathroom. It's disgusting. And everybody, no matter how you feel on this issue, should reject it completely. What are they doing? They're doing this so that Nancy Mace can make a buck and send a text and fundraise off an email. They're not doing this to protect people. They're endangering women. They're endangering girls of all kinds. And everybody should reject it. It's gross. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're gross. All right, listen here, horseface. I've had just about enough of your bullshit. You are sitting here trying to twist the narrative. Okay? Trying to make it sound like, oh, it's going to put girls in danger if we don't let men come into their bathrooms. There is no checking under the skirts. We can tell. They got hairy arms. They got big manly hands. They got Adam's apples. They got narrow hips, broad shoulders. They look like men. I don't care how much makeup they got on. I don't care how long their hair is. I don't care how good they are at their makeup and their nails. They still look like men. We don't need to drop any draws to figure that out. All right? There is very rare instances where you might even be a little bit confused. And that would be, I don't know, maybe Blair White? I think she's about the closest I have ever seen where I had to sit there and be like, oh, wow. Yeah, she actually kind of looks like a girl, right? But here's the problem with this, folks. If they really need their own fucking bathroom, build one. Unisex bathroom, problem solved, right? Yes, you can express yourself any way you want to. It's a free country. But if you're going to be a man dressed as a woman, if you have a penis and you try to go into a women's locker room, bathroom, that is wrong. I don't care what you identify as. It doesn't matter. No matter how you twist this, no matter how much rhetoric bullshit that spews out of your dim-witted, dumbass, supposed to be a bartender, you are worthless. Absolutely worthless. Who keeps voting this stupid bitch in? It's beyond me. But here she is, once again, trying to twist the narrative and trying to make it all about the Republicans and how evil they are just because they don't want dicks in the girls' bathrooms. It's that simple. I really appreciate the women out there that are definitely taking a stand. I've heard of many different girls' teams in different high schools and colleges that have refused to play against another team that has a transgender man on their team. All right? There's been so many records that have been broken by men in female sports now. And we're supposed to recognize that as truth, as reality? I can't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't live in your fucking imaginary world of bullshit. So on that note, tuck and roll, AOC. Well, that wraps up this round of Jolly's Rants. Hope you guys got a few laughs on that. And oh boy, the dipshittery just continues, guys. I can't believe how stupid some of these people are. Hopefully Trump in his 4 years can really turn some things around. And then hopefully after that, we can get an awesome dude like, I don't know, Vance can maybe be the president next. Or Trump Jr. Or even DeSantis. I don't care. But we got to make sure the Republicans continue to kick ass and take names because this has got to stop. Am I right? Ugh. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Show some little love to the like button right there. And don't forget to hit subscribe. I need all the Patriots I can get to hook up this channel and help take us to the stratosphere and make Muppets great again. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Tuck and roll. Hey, AOC, go make me a drink. At least that's something you can do right.